In today's video, I'm going to be looking at a fairly new product called Turtle Wax Pure Bead, and I'm going to be putting it through a few different tests to see if it really lives up to expectations. For this, I am going to be using my test bonnet, which I did give a clay and machine polish first. I don't think this is necessary when applying this kind of product, and I think it's perfectly acceptable just to wash and dry the car before applying it. However, with this test panel, I have used it for different products in the past, so I needed to polish it just to make sure I had a fresh surface. I am also purposely using a heavy cut compound with a microfiber pad here on what is actually very soft paint in order to introduce some haze and kind of marring into the paintwork to test out whether Turtle Wax Pure Bead has much in the way of filling capabilities. I of course followed up the machine polishing with a couple of goes of panel wipe solution to make sure there was no oils or residue remaining that might affect the products from bonding, and then I waited around 15 minutes before application. Now, having looked at both the bottle and the website, the main thing that this product seems to focus on is hydrophobicity, chemical resistance and durability. So I thought, as this is a pretty big test panel, it would be good to see how it compared to another popular product. And in all those kind of aspects, Soft99 Fusso Coat is the name that will probably come up the most. It is a paste wax, so a little bit different in terms of application, but I thought it'd be a really good product to benchmark it against and see how it compares during the testing. So I split my test panel in half and went in with Turtle Wax Pure Bead to start with. On the website it says 2 to 3 sprays per panel, so I just went for 2 sprays as it wasn't a huge section, and used my microfiber towel to shield the other half from overspray. I then just spread the product using that microfiber towel in a crosshatch pattern using very, very light pressure to avoid kind of removing the product at this stage. And then I followed up immediately using a second cloth to remove the remaining residue. The product was really easy to apply, there were no streaks or smears, and I didn't have any issues in terms of application. I will note though that you don't really notice any added slickness when using that second towel to remove the residue. I will talk about slickness a bit later on, but the product itself doesn't really give you that kind of feedback on the panel. I next went in with Soft99 Fusso Coat on that right hand side of the panel. I did dampen the applicator first here as it does help with the application. Spread it evenly across the panel and then buffed it off about 10 minutes later. I will note at this point that Fusso Coat is a more expensive product here, so it's just over £30 for that tub. Turtle Wax Pure Bead is £20, so it is cheaper to purchase, but it is important to note that you will get more applications out of a tub of that Fusso Coat. So it is just something to keep in mind. I couldn't see that there was anything talking about cure time on the bottle of Turtle Wax Pure Bead, and it wasn't in the main body of the website page. However, when I did a bit of digging into the Q&A section on the website, it does say that you will get hydrophobicity immediately, but for max performance, wait 24 hours. So before doing any of the other testing here, I did give it that 24 hours to make sure it could perform to its maximum capability. So first, just starting off with a visual inspection. So you can notice the haze in the middle where the tape line was. That is all that marring that came from the microfiber pad. And then on either side of that tape mark, you can see quite a considerable darkening effect. The products did also fill in some of the haze too, although there was definitely still a decent amount left. Between the two, I would say that Soft99 looked a smidge darker. I think this was easier to see when I inspected the product in daylight, but there was very, very little in it, and I think both of them look pretty good visually. I also wanted to do a little bit of slickness testing, so I'm using a few different blocks to show this on screen, but if I didn't have to show it on video, it was very easy for me to tell just using the back of my hand which was the slickest of the two, and it was by far Soft99 Fusso Coat. Fusso Coat isn't particularly slick, and when I've done comparisons previously, it kind of ranks in the middle of the pack, and I would probably class it as moderately slick, but definitely not super slick. By comparison, Turtle Wax Pure Bead is not a product I would describe as slick. It actually felt pretty grabby when I was just using the back of my hand. So if slickness is something you do really look for in a product, then this is just not going to be the one for you, unless you wanted to top it with a quick detailer that added that property. When I had a look at the initial water behaviour, both of them looked excellent. They broke up the water on the panel very easily and there was some really good beading. When I was just using the pressure washer, I couldn't really see much of a difference between either product. When I just used the open hose to simulate lower pressure and see how quickly the products sheeted water, I do think Fusso Coat looked a tiny bit better and seemed to break up the water on the panel a touch faster. Not a huge difference between them though, and both of them look great to me at this point. Now on the front of the label of Turtle Wax Pure Bead, it does say 100 plus wash guarantee, so I thought it'd be interesting to kind of put that to the test myself and see how many washes it actually lasted for. So I went with Gion Bathe shampoo. This is a pH neutral pure one, so won't leave any additional protection behind, and is well suited to maintenance. It's something that I use on my car quite often. So I thought it'd be a good one to go for, and I went for about 35ml into 15 litres of water here. I washed this test panel in sets of 10, and dried it off in between each wash cycle. Some of these sets of 10 did actually have 11 washes in them, because quite early on into this test I was going a little bit delirious. I think after about 20 washes I was seriously regretting doing this test, but I'd committed by this point and I did want to see it through. And I will slow it down so you can see the rinse after each set, so you can see the progression over this 100 washes. Now I do want to talk about this 100 wash claim on the bottle and on the website at this point. Now I understand that on the website it does say that it's under controlled laboratory testing, but I'm just not personally a huge fan of it being used as a selling point, because I think in a practical sense, washing a car 100 times in a lab, or as I'm doing here on the test panel, has little to no relevance whatsoever in a real world setting. No one's actually doing this when they apply it to their own car. You'll apply it, maybe wash it every couple of weeks, once a month, whatever your wash frequency is, and then assess from there. So I will be doing an updated durability test on this where I'm going to stick it on the panel again and see how it actually lasts over the weeks and months. So if you do want to see that video in future, then make sure you do subscribe to the channel. I totally understand that this can be a very attention grabbing thing to put on a bottle and can help to differentiate it from other products on a shelf in a store. And I think for regular viewers of the channel, people that are into cleaning the car, they will take that claim with a pinch of salt and understand that in a real world it doesn't really tell you anything. But I think there are people that are maybe just getting into car care that will see that on a bottle and could be easily forgiven for taking it at face value, thinking they wash the car once a month and that they can do 100 washes and it will potentially still be there. Obviously, in a practical sense, with waxes and sealants, that's just not the case. And the longevity is really affected by exposure to traffic film, airborne contamination, and generally just time. So I don't think it's that helpful for managing expectations with the product. What I did notice when I did this 100 wash test, that after wash 30, I did notice a bit of a decline in the performance of Pure Bead. It was definitely still repelling water really well, but rather than looking really kind of beady and breaking it up on the panel, it was starting to sheet it a bit more. I did also notice that Fusso Coat did start to do this, but it wasn't until much later. With each set of 10 washes, I could notice a gradual decline in the performance and how quickly the water was being pushed off the panel with Pure Bead. After wash 100, it was still on the panel and it was still pushing water off the surface. It just wasn't as reactive and didn't look as good as Fusso Coat at this point either. I did also want to up the aggression after this point to see if I could kind of kill off the products on the panel. So I went in with Garage Therapy Decon shampoo and used about 25ml to 10 litres of water. This is a high alkaline decontamination shampoo, so it's capable of stripping waxes and sealants. So I just used it on the mitt again and left it for around a minute before rinsing off. Both products did take a bit of a hit, Turtle Wax definitely a little bit more. So I repeated this again and a similar thing happened. I will say though, the products were still on the panel, they were still pushing water off the surface. So I decided to step it up again and sprayed Dodo Juice Crudezilla Traffic Film Remover onto the panel, left it to dwell for around a minute or two, worked it in using the mitts and the decontamination shampoo and rinsed it off. The products definitely took a bigger hit at this point. Turtle Wax Pure Bead was just about clinging on here. So I repeated that one more time, and I would say at this point, Pure Bead was looking pretty dead. Not totally dead, but definitely was pretty flat by this point. Fusso Coat had definitely taken a considerable hit, but was definitely the better of the two products at this point. As I said, I will be doing an update video showing how the product does when tested over a decent period of time to see how that affects the performance of it. So do subscribe to this channel if you are interested in that. I'll also pop on screen some more comparisons of waxes and sealants that I've used in the past if you are looking for other products to try. If you have enjoyed this video, it would be brilliant if you could drop it a like, and thanks very much for watching.